Game & Fish has released its report on what would have been a record walleye catch, saying the man who reeled it in hooked it near a dorsal fin and didn't catch it in the mouth.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. What if I told you there was another walleye fishing scandal? You're going to want to stay tuned. Alright guys, so we got another walleye fishing scandal. This actually happened before the Crazy Walleye cheater incident with Jake Runyon and Chase Kaminsky. This happened a couple years ago. The guy's name was Tom Volk. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure how to go with this one. There was a lot of allegations, a lot of accusations, and it's a weird one, but we're gonna dive into it. This guy wasn't cheating in a tournament or anything like that, but he may have been kind of cheating. He may have committed fraud. We're just gonna kind of get into the story, and then I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on this one, because this one is definitely very strange and different and kind of crazy. But yeah, guys, Tom Volk of North Dakota decided he was gonna go fishing for some walleye. He heard there was some big walleye being caught on the Hart River in Mandan, North Dakota. So that's where he went. He went with some of his family members, his kids, and a couple friends, and they went to the river and decided to start fishing for walleye. After about an hour and a half, they have caught about 10 good-sized walleye. And then old Tom Volk had something huge take his bait. He knew instantly that it was a massive fish, and the fight was on. He fought the fish for several minutes. The fish was staying down, doing really large, heavy head shakes. He finally pulls at the shore. His friend gets the walleye in the net, and they realize that it is an absolute freaking giant. They pretty much instantly knew that it was going to be a state record. So they get the fish out. They're both in shock. They weigh the thing, and it's almost 17 freaking pounds, which would have been the new North Dakota state record. A 17-pound freaking walleye is unreal. I think I've seen, so my PB walleye is just under 11 pounds. I've seen some 12-pounders in person, I believe. I can't even imagine a 17-pounder. That's giant. I think the world record's like 22 pounds or something, but even with that's there's a kind of a scandal around that too. Nobody really thinks it's that was legit. But yeah, 17-pound freaking walleye, guys. So yeah, they knew it was going to be the state record. Word spread within a couple hours. It was all over the freaking message boards. Everybody was talking about this giant walleye. Everyone's congratulating Mr. Volk. He goes to get the fish weighed on a certified scale, and it is indeed the new state record walleye. But here's where it gets a little crazy. So people started questioning the authenticity of the catch. A lot of people were saying that they thought the fish was snagged because they had seen Tom Volk and people of his group snagging other walleye. And this is where I'm not sure, because some of these people were implying that it was intentional, that they were snagging fish intentional, and then other people were saying that just a lot of people were snagging the walleye in that section of river by accident. So I'm not really sure. If it was intentional, if they were snagging fish intentionally, that's freaking just messed up by itself. But Tom Volk said that he did not snag the fish, and he maintained saying that he did not snag the fish, and that it was in the mouth of the fish is where the hooks were. But then a shaky, kind of blurry cell phone video surfaced, and in the video it appeared, it's like if it's the same video that I saw, for a split second it appears that his friend takes the hook out of the back of the fish by the dorsal fin, which is nowhere near the freaking mouth.
Oh my god, 16-3! This is part of a 4-minute video the Game & Fish used to deny an angler the state's record for a walleye catch. The April 21st video was a crucial part of the agency's investigation.
Now, I have caught fish. I've actually caught walleye even that were like hooked on the outside of the mouth. They 100% hit the bait. They 100% went after it, and it was just a light bite, and I set the hook and I hooked them on the outside of the mouth. I don't think I would even think twice about that. I think it wouldn't even register to me. It wouldn't even register to me that it wasn't hooked legally, I think, in that case, which I guess could get me in trouble because I wouldn't think about it, because that's just not something you think about. But this fish was snagged by the dorsal fin, especially a 17-pound fish. Like, that's a pretty big difference of where the hooks were. So that is sketchy if that's the case. Even more sketchy if they were intentionally freaking snagging them. But Mr. Volk still claimed that he hooked the fish illegally, but he couldn't prove it. There was no way to prove it. He's also claiming that he didn't technically look at the hook, which is kind of weird, but I guess, you know, if he's not the one who netted it, it's sketchy. It's all sketchy. He received like huge online blowback. Like everybody was basically calling him a fraud, calling him a cheat, calling him a liar. It messed him up so bad that he decided to stop fishing and sell his boat, which that kind of makes me feel like he's guilty. Me, if I'm being accused of something and I know damn well that I didn't do it, there's no way I'm going to just stop doing something I love and just like succumb to all the BS. So, you know, that's kind of an indication that he's guilty right there. But again, it's just speculation. Apparently all these rumors started within like a half hour of the catch. Like people were already talking about it because people were fishing across from him and down from them on the river, and they saw them snagging other fish. Ultimately, an investigation was opened, and the authorities, you know, the fish and game officers concluded that through the video evidence and through witness testimony, because a bunch of different people came forward and told him that they thought the fish was snagged, they ended up giving Tom Volk a written warning for possession of an illegally hooked fish. Tom Volk was going to fight it. One of his friends actually kind of turned on him. One of his friends that was present turned on him, went to the authorities and told them that the hook was not in the fish's mouth. And that was probably ultimately the deciding factor on this. This is kind of crazy, guys. I don't know what to think about this, because there is a chance that this man had no idea where the fish was hooked. But the fact that people saw them snagging fish beforehand definitely makes you think there's something fishy going on here. Would have been the state record. I want to look up what the old state record would have been. So the current North Dakota state record is 16 pounds, 6 ounces. Tom Volk's fish was almost 17 pounds. So he would have beat the state record by like several ounces. Very interesting stuff. I guess Tom Volk is still, he kept the fish, he's got it mounted and put it on the wall, and he still claims that he hooked the fish legally. If he did hook the fish legally and everybody was just being jealous little, you know, assholes, then that's messed up. But I don't know what to think. What do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. Do you think that this was just like a misunderstanding, or do you think he intentionally snagged the fish and then tried to pass it off as the new state record? I don't know, guys. You guys let me know. Comment below. Pretty crazy stuff. This actually happened back in 2019, so, you know, a few years before the Jake Run and Chase Kaminsky stuff that just recently happened. But apparently, there are some other walleye scandals out there, guys. But alright, guys, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.